Okay, so Sophia's pregnant. She has a little baby inside of her. I think you must be more than 7 weeks. We thought we were 11 weeks. Now the doctor, well, she's not the doctor, but doctor's assistant is telling Sophia 7 weeks. Hopefully we'll find out on the ultrasound. How are you feeling, Sophia? Nervous, excited?
Yeah. Pants on pants.
It's a pretty big one too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so excited.
Okay, and there's look at the movement. Can you see baby
Whoa.
moving?
Hello.
Hello everybody, welcome back.
We have some news to share with you.
We're in a new house.
And we're pregnant.
Sophia's very pregnant. We always joke, she's not pregnant, we're pregnant.
We're pregnant.
You can cut that out.
I'm 7 months pregnant.
Look at that bump.
7 months pregnant, and I thought, you know what? Rather than just waiting till the baby comes and being like, we have a baby, I thought it'd be good that we document how we're feeling in this moment, the calm before the storm.
Literally.
Because I keep thinking we're going to look back to this phase of our lives and be like, wow, it was so different before our baby came.
So you're probably curious if this is something we planned or how far along Sophia is, what the gender is. And Sophia is 31 weeks?
32.
32.
Almost. Yeah, we did a gender reveal at the beginning of our pregnancy.
And there we go.
Okay.
I really thought when I took the test, I was like, it's a boy. I just feel like it's a boy. And usually my gut instinct is right most of the time, but in this case I was very wrong.
I come from a family of boys, so I have 6 older brothers and 1 sister, but all of my siblings, or the majority of my siblings, have boys first. The
Yeah.
majority of them, not all of them, but the Prestwiches are known for having boys, and there's a ton of us. And so we just assumed it was going to be a boy, but for some reason I felt like it was going to be a girl. And I was actually right.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Now having a baby girl. So yesterday was an exciting day for us because we went to go do a 3D ultrasound scan. We're about to go into a baby appointment, but this is a 3D ultrasound one. And this is actually our 3rd time going back because first 2 times she had either her hands or her feet in her face. So hopefully we get a full view.
Fingers crossed that we get to see her.
Yeah. Look at her tiny face. Oh. Izzy feels bad because she pokes around.
Yeah, I feel so bad. The
She's-
baby keeps bringing her hands up to cover her face, and it's probably because that's where they're poking and she's getting defensive.
She's scared.
I'm fine just waiting till she's born to see her.
Oh,
So cute.
look.
Oh my gosh.
Izzy, look. That's her.
Little lips.
She's letting us see her face.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yes, it was planned. We've been married for 2.5 years, and we always thought somewhere around 2 years onward we'd be ready to have kids. But the timing just felt right. Yeah, we're just super excited. Especially that the baby's gonna be born in May, because I feel like having a baby born in the summer, the springtime in the summer, it's a little bit warmer. You can go on walks outside. We imagine taking her to the pool.
You don't have to worry about like RSV and colds and things like that, which is nice.
Not as much, yeah. Perfect timing
Oh.
on our end, so grateful for that.
I feel like I always wondered before like we were ready to get pregnant, like how do you know that it's the right timing? And to be honest, there was like a period of time for me where I was honestly a bit scared of having children. I always knew I wanted them in the future, like for sure, but I was worried like, oh, this is gonna like change my life too much. I'm really enjoying like where we're at. I really love the time where it's just me and Izzy together. But I feel like slowly over time, I started seeing kids as like a blessing, a lot more than a burden. And I feel like it was at that point where my excitement for kids outweighed my fear that I was like, I think we're ready.
And then, yeah, with the timing, it worked out where both of us were like, Yeah, we're ready.
I took a test because it was actually September 11th and we went to our favourite spot in California. This is mine and Izzy's favourite spot right here.
This is our spot. We'll look back on this video. It's September 11th, 2022.
And hopefully the next time we're here, we'll have a baby with us. And that same day we flew home, and that night I remember feeling this huge wave of exhaustion, just like out of this world tiredness that I honestly had never experienced before. So I was like, this is unusual even for me. I was like, I don't want to take a test and just be disappointed, but these symptoms were so strong that I was like, I feel like I have to. I just took a pregnancy test and it looks like it was positive, but I'm double checking with this thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm freaking out. This is gonna be so hard to keep a secret from Izzy. And I was like so in shock.
It was so funny because when all this was happening, I was just downstairs. Sophia's little sister, Alexia, was here. I just heard this like squeal upstairs. And so I ran up and I was like, hey, is everything okay? And I thought Alexia was just in the bathroom because the door was closed. And she's like, she sounded like kind of nervous and she's like, oh, sorry, I just dropped something. And I know better than to like question a girl up in the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, no worries. And I walked downstairs like I just had no clue.
And it's because I had just told my sister that I was pregnant because I had to tell someone. It was like 9 p.m. at night.
So Sophia's in the bathroom with her, but I didn't know this. And so I'm like, okay, you know,
that's why she's
let me know if you need anything. But then the next day, we're downstairs, we're in our office, and because we just flown in from California, I was looking for my AirPods, and I go, hey, Sophia, have you seen my AirPods? She's like, no, I haven't. And I go and I check her little black bag, just her shoulder bag.
Which he never checks. He never checks my black bag.
I never check, because the only thing she keeps in there are like tissues and chapstick. But for some reason I go and I check in there, and I'm reaching around, and then I see this thing, and I pull it out, and I'm like, literally I thought it was a COVID test. And I'm like, Sophia, what's this? And then as I'm saying that, I'm like, is this a pregnancy test? And she turns around and she was just so sad that I like secretly found it. And then I was going through this wave of emotion of excitement and shock, and I thought it was a joke. I was like, she's just playing me. There's no way. I know we were trying, but I just didn't expect it that fast. I was like, she's just playing. There's no way she's pregnant. And then here I was holding this pregnancy test, and then she came up and gave me a hug and was like, no, this isn't a joke. I'm seriously pregnant. And that's how we found out. It wasn't recorded.
Yeah.
Because I accidentally found it.
My plan was to have it fully documented, and I kept it a secret from Izzy that whole time, almost 24 hours, because my plan was to take him on a cute date and then like set up my iPhone camera and be like, let's make a TikTok or whatever. And then pull out the pregnancy test and get his reaction on camera. Yeah, I was honestly kind of sad that he found out just so casually, but also at the same time I was so excited to tell him. And also, I've never, ever, ever kept a secret like that from Izzy for that long, ever.
Yeah, you kept it for like 24 hours.
Yeah, that's really hard for me to do because usually Izzy can see right through me. Yeah, and then when we went to go visit my family, we told them.
Okay, on the count of 3, everyone say, Sophia's pregnant.
No way. You're joking.
No, that's serious.
What? I thought last night. Why did I think last night? You said something. Serious.
Oh my God.
Are you joking? Why did I think it last night? You said something last night that
I always think about it.
Oh, you're gonna be in my bag.
That's funny as wish.
I get to be the crazy
Funny, no more pressure on us.
And then we also told his parents.
Are you pregnant? Oh, you're kidding. Look at these. We don't.
So she's the first grandbaby on my side of the family, but on your side of the family.
It'll be the 10th.
She'll have lots of cousins to play with, which will be nice.
Yeah.
Which we're excited for. I've been in full nesting mode, prepping her baby room.
Full blown.
Getting things ready. She has so many clothes already. Working on changing the light in the room for our baby.
Jules just died.
Really?
Oh, sorry.
Look at Israel wearing pink. He did it in honour of our baby, didn't you, Izzy?
Just wanted to match.
These sweatpants have been saving my life. My friend Alexis actually gave them to me. I just wore them one day and then I haven't really taken them off since.
It's so funny because she'll be walking around and I look over and I just see like this huge chunk of her belly sticking out of the bottom of her shirt because every shirt she wears is just so short. It's the cutest thing ever.
Okay, Izzy, let's ask you some questions.
Okay.
What part are you most excited for about being a dad?
I'm always overly optimistic about everything. And so we always joke, and I always joke, that our baby's gonna be spotless. She's never gonna cry. She's never gonna make any messes, especially on this pink sofa. And she's gonna sleep all night. So I always joke about those things. But I'm just excited. I don't know, I'm excited to experience everything. I think I'm really excited to become friends with her and to like watch her grow up. I think as a baby, obviously you can't play with them very much. It's more so just holding them. But once she starts moving around and the excitement that she'll have. And I didn't grow up with a lot of Disney or anything like that. And so I'm curious to see how that, when that gets introduced to my life, like how that's going to change, you know, like princesses and fairies and all of that stuff. But I'm also really excited because Sophia's excitement, anytime Sophia's really happy, that brings me a lot of happiness. And so seeing Sophia's excitement, I think is one thing I'm most excited about, is seeing her with our little baby and watching the baby grow up and learn to be creative and artistic like Sophia. It's going to be really sweet.
Okay, what thing are you most nervous for?
I'm worried about the actual birth and then the changing diapers. I've never changed a diaper.
Because he's the baby of the family.
Yeah, since I'm the baby, I've just never changed a diaper. And so the actual birth experience is what I'm like most nervous about right now. But Sophia has been watching like 50 birth videos a day. And so I feel like I'm basically a doctor with everything she's taught me. I'm just kidding. But I feel like I've learned so much, and so...
We actually have a doula that's going to be there to help as well, and I think she'll be a great emotional support for both of us. But I have slowly been introducing Izzy to like birth videos and things like that because I love them. Like,
she eats it up.
Can't get enough of watching like birth vlogs on YouTube and listening to birth stories. And I've done like a huge deep dive into just everything to do with birth basically, because it's so interesting to me. Honestly, at the beginning of pregnancy, I was like super excited to be pregnant, but then I was like, oh my goodness, in like 9ish months time, I'm actually gonna have to like birth a baby, and that petrifies me. And I realized it's because I grew up with a lot of like narratives being told to me of like scary birth stories or like really horrible experiences, and obviously that makes you have a negative mindset going into it. So I feel like I've done a lot of work. It doesn't feel like work to me just because it's so interesting to me, but a lot of like, I've done some online courses, I have a doula, I've done just so much reading and listening to the birth experience so that my mindset can change. And it actually really has. Like now I'm so excited to give birth and have that experience. A woman's body is literally built to birth a baby. I'm saying this all prior to giving birth, so we'll see how it actually goes after, but I think having like a positive mindset going into it is going to be beneficial.
The only time I've ever seen her study something like this was the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case, which she watched like every single court case
I'm basically
they had.
a lawyer. We're just really excited. We're just in a phase of our life right now, I feel like, where we're honestly still working a lot. Like, we haven't really slowed down at all with work, I'd say.
No, it's been like busy as ever.
Yeah.
Which we're thankful for. It ebbs and flows. Like this week is nice editing. Last week was just filming every day.
Insane filming all the time.
What are you most excited for and nervous about?
I'm just excited to like meet our baby and get to know her personality and like just see what she's like, because I know sometimes, you know, she'll have bits of me and bits of Izzy, but I feel like also they're just their own people, and so I just can't wait to meet her and just understand who she is and like just watch her grow up. I think it'll be so fun. thing I'm most nervous about, honestly, is the lack of sleep. I feel like Izzy and I are just so used to sleeping like eight solid hours, 8 to 9 solid hours every single night.
But Sophia's mom's coming for the first 2 months.
Yeah.
So Andrea, thank you so much. So she's gonna help, but I think as soon as she leaves, we're gonna miss her.
Yeah.
And we plan on continuing to do business just as normal. Like, I think
After maternity leave.
Yeah, after maternity leave, we want to take 2 months, but we don't plan on just leaving the baby on the sidelines. So thankfully we have a flexible enough schedule that we're gonna do our best to make it work.
Yeah. I think it will take a lot of like trusting or allowing other people to help us, honestly, like babysitters and whoever. Because obviously it's just me and Izzy for the most part that run our business. And we really like it, like we love our work, honestly. Our work recently has been so much fun, and I feel like it's given us a lot of fulfillment, but I feel like my mindset is going to change a lot when I become a mum, because I'm going to have a new priority in my life. I think one of the hardest things, honestly, at the beginning was like watching your body change, having the mentality of like, you know, my body is gaining weight because it's like housing a baby. It's not just like getting fat or whatever. It's creating a home for another human being, and that's like an amazing thing, but it is hard to like have that mental switch to that mindset. But besides that, I feel like, yeah, I've had a very positive experience. My hormones, especially today, especially this week.
Totally smooth.
All over the place. I don't know, for the most part, yeah, I've had a very, very positive experience, and I'm really, really grateful for that, because who knows, maybe my next pregnancy will be really difficult, maybe it'll be the same, hopefully it's the same, but...
I feel like the hardest part for you was when you started putting on a little weight.
Yeah, the very beginning.
Yeah, and we try and go to the gym every morning, and so it looks like a little bit chubby, and
like
obviously I know that she's pregnant, but I think you were a little embarrassed.
Yeah, because
you got like a big bump.
Yeah, because at the beginning it was kind of like, it just looked like I was bloated all the time, even though I was like 10-15 weeks pregnant. And so I just kept being like, oh, I can't wait until I have like a proper bump when it's obvious that I'm pregnant. So that was honestly kind of difficult. I just wanted to wear a shirt that said like, I'm pregnant, just so people knew. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just part of the changes you go through. Every morning when I wake up and my bump's growing a bit bigger, I'm like, wow, I'm so excited for how big she's growing. Like, I'm so proud of her, she's growing so big. I feel like I have a new love for my body. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time with that baby.
See you guys.